Welcome back. It's good to be back. Well, I'll say this, the CPI was pretty bad. Little bit higher than expected. Just a little bit. All the analysts are saying like 8%, 8.1, and it was 8.2. But SPY flushed down. Let's look at where it opened. Yeah, so way down there, which is like, we're at support. We're basically at support right now. So my plan this whole time was wait for a final flush that's like, flush city, and all the sellers are exhausted, and then the market's going to pivot. The problem with this is that technically it can, but fundamentally we don't even know if the rate hikes are even helping inflation. We don't even know that. So until we know that, then we can only see the pivot. Right now, it's still clueless. So I would have to be absolutely calling the bottom here if I grab long-term calls, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do that. That's too much risk. I would like to see some type of action that's absolutely going to tell me that this is the bottom, which I want to see insane selling. I want to see higher volume than COVID. So let's look at the volume from COVID, right? Look at that volume. That's a lot of selling there. I want to see maybe about the same. I want to see something like that, right? Big volume. And essentially, I want it to have big volume like that and not move up much or not move down much. And that'll tell me that we got plenty of buyers that are hidden, or even if we keep moving down and we have low sell volume, that'll tell me there's not a lot of people are selling, so there's still room to sell, which I wouldn't buy if that was the case. So what's the plan? Well, I think there's hidden buyers here. That's what I think. I think in this whole thing on the daily here, I think there's hidden buyers. And I think short term, we could come back up to this resistance 380 and maybe go past it. And I think we might be in some kind of accumulation phase here. And in hopes to hit back up to the, and maybe hit all-time highs and maybe fail all-time highs. And it just be, if we fail all-time highs, that would be really bearish. That's the plan. But why would I risk my money now is the only thing I'm thinking. Why would I risk my money now? And actually, I'm on demo, so I'm not risking any money. But I'm trying to treat demo like it's real money, So here we go. Stay with me. Why would I risk my money now if I could just wait and have the market scream at me that it's turning around, when right now it's not screaming at me that it's turning around? Right now it's just saying there's hidden buyers, this and that, which we don't even know if it's enough hidden buyers. The monthly says that we don't even have money sellers. Let's look at the monthly again. Like, look at this volume compared to other volumes. We're still pretty low in volume. So maybe not. I mean, this is a lot of consistent red candles compared to the rest. Well, that one over there still has pretty good volume. So I'm going to say it's low volume still. We are kind of recovering from this CPI data. We're recovering a little bit. But I don't see any trade right now. I'm not just going to go long. If anything, I'd go short. But I'm still not going to touch it right now. We're just having a conversation, right? Matter of fact, I probably wouldn't touch the market with a 10-foot pole here in the next 10 minutes. Because I just want to see what's going on. Yeah, so the SPY is officially at the 50% on the Fibonacci, you know. So really we could see something. Looks like we got a good amount of accumulation going on right now on the tick chart, and we just broke out of it. Big volume there. Nice movement here. We're getting some really good bull movement. I'd like to play calls. Don't get me wrong. But I also like my money in my account. I like my money to be where it is. So I'm kind of fixing to be biased here. What I should really do. We got a nice range going on. If I was gonna play calls, it would not be right now. Maybe let me look at the options for the calls, see what we got. I mean, they're just so cheap right now because it's down so much. I'd like to retest VWAP. You know, I'd like it. Not sure. Wow. I feel like a lot of people are getting robbed. That's what I feel like. I feel like it dumped. Everybody sold, and I was just gonna go right back up. Poor people that had calls, man. It just got ruined. I might take some puts here back down to VWAP if we start seeing some reason that it's gonna start diverging. But I gotta hurry here. I gotta hurry and get my my trading plan down. SPY puts. 14th. Buy volume divergence. Increasing sell volume. What's my stop loss? I'm going to say new highs is going to be my stop. Or 10%. New highs. 10%. Sell volume divergence. Or increasing buy volume. Decreasing sell volume. I got all these reasons to get out here. Max time risk. This is literally going to be like a 30-minute trade. Tier size. I'll do max size will be half size. Let me go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Nice. Notes. Waiting for divergence now. So I gotta be fast here, you know. I mean, this is market. I want to take some right now, and then some when I see it's continuing. But I don't know if I should take some right now. I'm just gonna watch the tick chart for right now. So we're kind of in an accumulation phase right now. We're kind of, buyers are buying all the shares right now. Let's see if that stops. Yeah. So not really good deal for buyers. I'm going to go ahead and grab half of half right now. And if my position works great, I'm going to put the other ones in. So we are seeing increasing volume here on the tick chart, which is looking like sellers, but let me zoom in here and see if that's divergence or what is that? Doesn't look like divergence. We're getting rejections off the top here as it's trying to break out of this like accumulation phase right now. We're getting rejections. Let's see if it continues to reject. Very slightly it is. If it breaks the downside, I might add on my position. Just because it failed that topside break. I'll add if it rejects hard to the downside. It's trying. I'll give it that. You know, it really is trying, but we should see increasing volume around those highs there. There's the increasing volume. So a good time to add to my position would be now. Yeah, I'm going to add here. I'm going to get the rest of my position in. And now we'll work on exit. So I said I took half of my full position size when we initially went red on that candle, and I took half more size once we got back up to those highs there. So my stop loss is going to be new highs. Get a really nice trend line there on the tick chart if you can see it on the bottom, which we just broke. Pretty weird action right now. It's not really in my favor, to be honest. But I want to hold until we get new highs or 10% stop. I think those are new highs. I'm going to toss half here. I want to see if it rejects. If it rejects, I'm going to hold these other half and possibly add back. If it doesn't and it keeps breaking higher, I'm just going to toss it and say failed trade. Yeah, it's not. So that's it. I'm out of that. RIP. Let me go and log this real fast. Let me see what that did. I did some damage. But let's see. Let's see what we got. Wondering if I should re-enter a petition. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go back in. Max size again. No half here and half in. I just went back in full size. Let me document this real fast. For my stop loss, let's do new highs again. 10% or increasing by volume or decreasing sell volume. Max timer is also 30 minutes. And we're still at B size. Oop. Trying the previous trade again here. Really think we are going under VWAP. So the second candle was a definitely a buy volume divergence. I should have waited for that candle. I see. I have that problem. I know the entry, but I don't wait sometimes. So I need to get better at that. Slap myself around, you know. Should have waited for buy volume divergence last trade. Yes, the stop loss is still new highs. A la verga. Those are new highs. Let's see if we reject. If not, I'm out. Yeah, there's some rejection. That's good. We're getting more rejection. Where's the rejection? Son of a bitch. I'm thinking we have a buyer trap here. That's why I'm holding. But we just gotta stick to the risk management. We're not too far away from my risk right now. We're still kind of near the new highs, so I'm being a little lenient with it. Just because we saw that buy volume divergence there before when we had that small body. Man, it would have been a really, really good calls if we would have taken them earlier in the day when I was saying it would have been pretty good. Would have been solid. I'm just like gulping right now. Totally in shock and waiting. Worried, scared. All these emotions. Oh God. Down 20% right now instead of my stop loss at 10%. This is not good. But it's just not as bullish as the other candles were, It's slowing down a little bit. So I'm trusting my intuition here that I might want to give this one a little bit more leniency cuz we are almost here. I don't want to get out right now and then have to enter in another trade because I really am convinced that it's coming back down to VWAP and possibly going to go lower. So I don't want to do that right now. It's just life of a trader. And honestly, the longer it holds up here, I think I want to add more size. So we just went candle under candle. That was the first time we've done that. I think I want to add more size, and I want to do it quickly. I just did it. So now I'm max. Oh God, did I just get rid of my position? No. Hurry. Okay, I just took it again. Instead of hitting buy puts, I sold my puts. LOL. Okay, so we're in bigger position now. I want it to go under VWAP. Well, I mean, I want it to do even more than that, but but whether or not we get it, that's a different story. That's the first time we saw candle under candle. Or red candle under a green candle. I'm thinking we might have something here. So let me go ahead and document this, what I'm doing, before I get carried away and start having a good trade and I didn't even document what I just did. I'm going to say, trusted my instinct when we hit new highs and it wasn't acting right. Added more to my position to make this an quote-unquote A trade. Full account size currently. Okay, so let's put the picture now. Alright, good. So let's see what it wants to do. I'm thinking we do hit the VWAP and we go a little bit below it. Here we go. We're starting to see some more movement down to that lower wick of the previous candle on the 3-minute. It's looking interesting. And we just broke to the downside here. We're definitely seeing aggressive selling now. This could be a pretty good trade. I'm thinking this volume candle should be pretty high, which it wasn't. It was still fairly low. That just kind of tells me that buyers are still waiting for an even lower price, since there wasn't much volume there to keep it from moving up, or keep it from moving down. There wasn't much fight there. So it still took low volume to do that. It was still pretty efficient. Right now I'm up 17%. So whether or not buyers are waiting for VWAP here, which is very possible, I mean, VWAP is, if we're above VWAP, buyers will wait for VWAP. If we're below VWAP, sellers would wait for VWAP. So it's very possible here. My guess is that we continue to flush lower though. We should see an elevated candle here just because of the war that's going on between buyers and sellers. We should see some kind of elevated volume candle here. Didn't see really elevated volume. It was still in favor of sellers, it looks like. So I'm just going to hold through in case we get any pullback here, buyers coming at the VWAP, etc., etc. I'll try and hold through all this and see if we can get below VWAP. Let me go ahead and document some more of this stuff here. I said trades working well. Letting the VWAP buyers come in before we continue to flush below VWAP. I said still holding all position. Should get a pretty nice wick here. A lot of buyers right now. We just saw elevated volume there. Really looking for elevated volume. I mean, or else it just tells me that buyers are waiting again. You know, right now we don't really see too much elevated volume. It's a pretty sharp fall there. Let me take another screenshot and I'll document this as well. Rejection when we tried to push up away from VWAP. So ultimately that's good for me, for my plan, because I think it's gonna go below VWAP. And I have, you know, max size in this right now. We're seeing buyers again at VWAP. We just saw a huge seller, 97,000 shares on the SPY that just sold. Kind of got disguised as buy volume. If you look on the tick chart there, that's that huge volume thing there. I just barely caught it on the time and sales. So it really got disguised there as buy volume. So I'd assume someone might be thinking it's going to break VWAP and go lower. So they'd want to pump the price and get a little higher until it's ready to break. So they took the short there. I don't know. I don't know why someone would sell that many shares other than they really think it's going to go down, which I do too. I mean, I think it's going to go below VWAP. We already tried to push up off of VWAP, and it was a rapid move. It wasn't, it wasn't like we were holding nicely. It's pretty rapid there. And then we had the rejection off that rapid move right back down to VWAP. We almost lost all the gains of that rapid move. And now we're trying to reach back up to that area where the rapid move hit, and we're kind of rejecting lower and lower. So this could be a liquidity trap. This could be, they're definitely, they, whoever sold 97,000 shares could definitely be waiting here, to sell more shares as it goes higher. But it just sold the majority as it got up pretty nice. We saw a pretty good move up, sold the majority, and now they're selling more shares. This is all going to be confirmed here in the next few minutes, whether I'm wrong or right. I don't care whether I'm wrong or right. I care about my risk. As of right now, the risk is still okay. I know that if we hit below VWAP, I'll have a pretty good return. And I'll start scaling out as we're below VWAP. So we are seeing some rejection. This is all elevated volume. Remember, this is elevated volume here at support. So there's fighting going on for sure right now. Look at that. So we just broke out of that rejection off of VWAP. Those highs were broke out of there. I'm still holding. I'm still trying to figure out why somebody sold that many shares at that price. And why we would break out like that. And now we're right back. You know, we already lost 50% of that candle, that previous candle there. Now we lost about 75% of that candle. Maybe they, you know, well, no, I was gonna say maybe they sold those shares to cover, but that doesn't make any sense to cover you buy. So I'm still flopping on why they sold that many shares. So it was a lot of shares. And really, if I didn't have the tick chart, I wouldn't have been able to see it really. It probably would have slipped my vision on the time and sales. That's why I like that filter. We still haven't seen any kind of volume break though, I will say. It's still relatively low volume. We could be in trouble here, but I'm not worried about it. I still think we're gonna reject pretty nicely and go down and do it again. Hit VWAP again and actually break down below it. But I should have sold some, at least some, at the VWAP. And knew that it was gonna bounce up and could have bought some more puts and created a cash flow like that. I should have done that, which I didn't do, sadly. But it's okay. Let me go and document that. Should have sold some contracts at VWAP and bought more back at the highs since we are bouncing off VWAP and reaching highs again. So let me do that. Let me go and document that. Still no really big volume break though. That's pretty concerning, I will say, that candle there. Still trying to figure out why someone sold 97,000 shares. It's a lot of shares of the S&P 500. Let me do the math on how much that is. It's $33 million. Still waiting here. I mean, it's just kind of boring right now. Definitely got in way too early, but what you gonna do, you know? Or at least for the type of trade that I'm doing, it was too early. I should have sold at VWAP and then got back in when it retested. It's pretty bored right now, just waiting. But I definitely got in too early, I will say. I need to write that down. That's something I keep doing. I keep getting in too early. I keep getting in too early. The theory is right, but the entry is wrong. Let me take another screenshot here. Starting to see increasing sell volume there for the first time on the 3 minute. Wow. Look at the volume. That was a big volume break there. So I'm still not scared. I'm still not shaking out, but it's just boring, you know? I mean, you just gotta wait for your position to work. That's it. I really see now why I should have waited. I'm just burning premium. I mean, just burning theta, sorry. One sec. Oh, still not working, huh? I guess we're getting there. like we saw more selling. People sold more shares. It looks like on the on the tick chart. I don't know. Just feel stuck right now in these puts. I mean, I'll get out, but I'm just waiting. I want to see what it does. Yeah, that's not really looking too nice now. All right, I'm closing it. That hurt. Ouchie. I think I was down like 30%, something like that. Yeah, 35%. Wow. Horrible, horrible day. But that kind of makes the bull thesis a little stronger for the SPY. I mean, that's pretty nice, I will say. That is a pretty good move up. This is why I'm on demos, because I am not great at trading yet. Anyways, it's it. I'm kind of bored. I mean, yeah, that one really hurt. So I guess I'm done. We'll call it and see y'all later. Peace out.